Welcome back. It's ET Interviews.
We got another awesome interview for you today. We got the boy Kbm Gaupo in the studio.
Hey,
Super excited for this one. I'm going to let him take the stage, tell you everywhere you can find him.
You can find me in all studio platforms. I would say SoundCloud is my biggest one, but we're coming all platforms all this year, streaming all the time.
Hell yeah, bro. Also, go check out all the description. There's links everywhere. Go check him out. He's doing it. He has an album that just dropped recently. He's got a lot of singles and stuff. So go check him out. He's putting in the work. We're super excited for you guys to get to know him a little bit more today. And we just get to see inside the mind of another artist. But yeah, further ado, bro, where are you from? How you doing?
Man, I'm doing good. I'm from Parkland, Washington, but originally from Tacoma. Grew up in the Hilltop.
Okay.
Originally just over there, but at the same time, like I wouldn't even say like there's really a platform like where I'm really at, you know?
Yeah.
It's like I'm really kind of like all around.
Okay.
So Washington, period, but Tacoma.
That's where you like grew up? Like,
yeah.
Where'd you go to elementary school at?
James House Elementary.
And that's in Tacoma?
That's in Parkland.
Okay.
And then after that, like I moved all around, like California.
Oh shit.
Arizona, hella places. So like I've been back and forth like through, like all the time. Like I'll probably go like every 2 years, leave somewhere, come back.
Yeah.
This is home. Like I can
You
never.
fuck with Washington the most?
Yeah, that's the thing. Every time I leave, I have to come back. If I go anywhere, I'm like, man, I could be here for like a year, 2 years. I'll either find my way back here for at least a good minute. Like for sure. It's always home.
So when you were moving, was it with mom and dad?
No, by myself. I've been on my own since I was like 14 years old.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
How old are you right now?
22.
22. Okay. So you've been on your own for like, what's that?
8 years.
8 years.
Yeah.
That's a long time, my boy.
When I think about it like that, that's really cool. Like, hold on, like
You've been doing it for 8 years. Just holding
crazy.
yourself up. That's
man,
good,
no,
though.
for real, man. Like 8 years just doing my own thing, bro. Like making sure this thing is happening. Honestly,
That's dope as hell. So growing up, was there any siblings or is it just you?
It's me, my little sister, and my 2 older siblings. But my 2 older siblings were not as close, so it's like damn near just me having my little sis.
Right.
You know what I mean? But after me moving around after I left at 14, we ain't really seen each other like that. Besides when I could come around, so it's like really just by myself, bro.
Was it, if you don't mind, was there like a negative reason why you left at 14? I mean, being that young, I could imagine it wasn't great circumstances.
No, for sure. I would say like foster, like just me when I found out I was a foster child, like that really like that struck me like real hard. Like I'm like, wow, like okay, bet. Sitting here in front of everybody right now and you're trying to tell me this is really not what I'm a part of, but I feel like I look like you, I act like you,
right.
And now you're telling me that, hey, you're one of us, but you're one of us because we signed some paperwork. That's kind of like how I felt.
We kind of bought you type shit.
And the way it was told to me, kind of in a way, like it made me like kind of like I don't want to be here. Right. I gotta go find my own life. I gotta go be my own man. I realized that this is a family that was just given to me, and I gotta go get a real one.
So, are those where your siblings from, or part of that family?
No, that was
siblings?
like those were for foster care siblings, and my mom, she also had her own children, I guess you would say.
Okay.
So
Are those
growing up,
siblings?
it was like those were her children.
Right.
I'm thinking that like we're from the same everything,
right.
like you know what I'm saying. So for me, it was kind of weird because I my little sister, she's a Caucasian, so I already like I already had that feeling as a kid. We used to say dumb little jokes like, "Oh, you're adopted," things like that. But I'm not really understanding that like the things that I'm saying as a kid is gonna later on be true. Right. You know what I'm saying?
You're just saying it because you're like something right, like, but we're siblings.
Oh
you know
my God! So then
you.
when I found out. By the doctors, that's how it happened. By the doctors, bro.
They were like, "Yeah, your dad can't give you blood."
like pretty much, like it was like. So she was like, I remember when she first got you. So I kind of raised up my head, like, "What you mean got me?" Like, you know.
Hey, just try to keep that a little close.
Yeah, most definitely. I'm like, wow, like got me. So in a way, like when she said, I remember when she first got you, I'm kind of like, looked at my mom, looked at my sister. I'm kind of like, I don't know what she's talking about, you know. And it would kind of hurt my feelings in a way because my little sister started bursting out crying. I'm like, okay, hold on.
Pause.
And then I'm like, why is she crying?
Right.
She was like, oh, she just found out she was adopted. And I'm like, oh, for real? And you are too. I look, my whole heart dropped. Kind of, I'm like, dang, I'm looking at my sister feeling all sentimental. Like, all that went out the window. Like, I'm sorry for you.
But I'm on the same.
What?
Yeah.
Me? we look alike. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
I'm still a kid. I'm like, man, like, what do you mean? Like, we look alike. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
that don't make no sense. Adopted, because we watch all these Lifetime movies all the time, and she would always make us like watch the little videos. So
Right.
I would see like little
So she
adoption
was-
little things. I'm
yeah.
like, are you warming me up for it?
Right.
You know?
Right,
but
right.
I was not.
That's
ready
what you
for that,
think
bro.
back after the fact.
Yeah.
You're like, wait, you were throwing these little hints, but I
Yeah.
never really figured it out. That's crazy. So from the time you can remember, you were with the same family?
Yeah, from the time I can remember, I was with the same family, but then there was all those instances like where I would have those certain like secret people come up to me, talk to me,
Right.
and I would always wonder like, why are these people like interviewing me type thing? You know,
But it's all you knew,
know?
so it's like,
Yeah, so I'm just thinking it's just normal. Like, oh, you're just gonna talk to this person for 5 minutes and then you're gonna leave, you know?
That's just
and
part of
call
life.
it a day.
Yeah.
But no, like that's just like I would say like that was going on until like I would say a good solid until I was like 9.
Okay.
And then I got into like her household, I would say, like when I felt like I was in there.
Okay.
And then shortly after I got out of there.
Damn. So what? So really, it was more like you were trying to just figure out who you were at
bro, I
an
felt
inner level.
so lost. Like since I was young, bro, like I would say like growing up, like I was always different.
Right.
See, growing up for me, like I was raised around cousins and older people that were like, no, you're not about to be wearing the skinny jeans. You're not going to be wearing this. You're not about to be doing this type of music. And if you're going to do this, you're going to be gangster. You're going to, you know,
Right.
don't be crying. You're a boy, you know. And I always felt different, you
Right.
know, personally. And I don't know other stuff, but I'm just saying, like in general, like I felt like the nerd kid. I felt like what they would call a nerd. I didn't understand what it was. I just knew that kid was so interesting to me.
Right.
But I was so afraid to be like him
Okay.
because what they told me.
Right.
You know what
So
I'm saying?
you really had like a set position your family wanted you to go towards.
Yeah, in a
Yeah.
way. And it was kind of like, for me, like, even though, like, it's not pushed to be gangsta in the family, it's kind of not pushed to be a square either.
Right.
So, for me, my friends are where I grew up in Parkland in that moment of time when I'm growing up as my upbringing to learn what I even like,
Yeah.
you know, what I want to do.
Right.
I'm seeing skateboarding.
Exactly.
I'm seeing gangbanging.
Exactly.
I'm seeing stoners kicking it with their friends, actually loving on one another, and I'm seeing the other homies shooting at each other.
Mm-hmm.
I never knew what to pick. I just knew that I loved every single side of everything I had going on around me.
That's kind of how I felt growing up. I felt more like a chameleon. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Like where
adapting
I can
every
yeah.
time I go outside to any environment.
And I can, and I'm the type of person where I can make friends with literally anybody. Like if I could go up to Hitler himself and find something to
What's
like
up,
about
bro?
him. You know what I
You know
mean?
what I'm saying?
Like that's
No,
just the
for
type
sure,
of
for
person
sure.
I am. Like, and so I feel you 100%. And like that's crazy though to be that young to realize your whole world probably just like exploded on itself.
Like,
You know,
and
like
it did like. At 13, and that's the thing. That was like the first little small moment. I say like that's the small moment for me.
Mhm.
Like that's like the small moment for
Right.
me.
So how did
personally.
it unfold after you left? Did you just kind of run away type beat?
I
or-
I wouldn't say I ran away. You know what came down to be like, I got into 9th grade.
Right.
So already before like 8th grade even hit, they were already telling me like, we don't want him in this district. I was a bad kid. I was super bad. Like,
Right. They
but the
don't
thing
want-
is, I wouldn't even say I was bad. I just really was misunderstood, and I just wanted to like honestly learn in a different way, honestly, because I genuinely knew everything, got all my work done, but I hated sitting down waiting for everybody else.
And that's the part that gets misunderstood about like a lot of kids nowadays.
Yeah.
For sure.
So I would sit down and I'd talk to the homie and help him with his work. But hey, Mr. Smith, you gotta go. You gotta go. And I'm like, I'm not about to leave the class already.
Right.
You know.
I'm
So
literally
now I'm
helping,
being
bro.
defiant. I've
Yeah.
asked you several times, which they love to say. When you only asked you one time. And
Right? Maybe making shit up to the other teachers, bro.
Like, you know,
I
like,
asked them multiple times. Bitch, you said one time,
Oh,
get out my
God, like-
room, and then called somebody. Like,
you literally pushed the emergency button.
they said, he acting up again. Come get Guapo.
And exactly. And that's the thing. Like, and so when I went to 9th grade, they already had me in Franklin Pierce School District. They already had me sign papers. They're like, we do not want this boy in none of our schools in this location. They pointed out every single school.
And that
on
was
the
the
list.
school district or the family?
The whole entire school district.
Oh wow.
And that went to my family and my mom. She kind of like, of course, that's your mother. She's gonna get irritated with you. You know what I'm saying?
She was mad at you?
Yeah, like, you're just fucking up. Like, what are you doing? Like, and honestly, I can admit, but she doesn't understand that I was really hurt. I was going through things. Like, me going through, like, I wouldn't even say, like, a trying to gangbang, because understand,
more like an identity,
you know,
kind
like,
of thing.
I had gang member friends that I didn't understand that what they were doing, that when I was hopping into certain things, when I was hopping into it, it was not like how it is nowadays.
Right.
You know, and I'm only 22, so, like, yes, it sounds unbelievable for the things that I have to say some of the times, because I'm talking about people who are 30 years old and older than that, or younger a little bit. I'm kicking it with them. I never kicked it with nobody that was my age. So when it comes down to being my age, I kind of feel like I'm too old to be in that setting.
Nah, I
because
definitely,
of how many things have been around me.
Old soul.
You know, like, for sure.
I definitely feel that. I feel that just because, you know, we're doing this. We have a company started at 20. You know, we have ambitions and goals.
For sure.
And a lot of people our age, no hate on them. They just are trying to figure shit out. They're probably still at home, you know, with their moms, or saving up, not working a very good job, not having a lot of fun, you know, or having too much fun and not a lot of responsibility. Yeah, and it's hard to relate to someone like that. It makes me feel like, how could I be 50 dating a 20-year-old? You know what I mean? Because it's like, what the fuck you talk about?
No, for real. Like,
you know
what we have in common?
Right.
You know?
It's like, did you pay bills this month? Oh, what's a bill? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like,
you're over here asking me questions about what you got to go through in life, you know?
Right.
And
and I'm like, bro, what? But I don't know, like, being young and being like an older soul, like, I feel like I am as well. It's just a lot of people don't take you so serious. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no,
I be spitting at good advice. I feel like, because I have lived a life where I'm ahead of most people my age, and like, I've done a lot of stuff, and I don't try to sound like a dick about it. I'm just like, hey, have you tried this? Have you tried this? Like,
exactly.
I've done this and it worked for me. I did that. It didn't work so much. So, like,
or you should do it this way.
Yeah.
Or, you know, and a lot of people either take it as like, you're too young and you're not going to know exactly what you're talking about.
Right.
Or if you are talking about it, you're fobbing about it a little bit, because how can you go through that?
Right.
Yeah.
You know?
People don't like to understand that struggle comes in all different shapes and sizes. Like, someone who's rich can still have struggles, you know what I mean? And someone who's broke has struggles as well.
Everybody goes through their own.
And life is just like, I want everyone to know this, though. There's no real way to live life.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
there's no right way. There's
these
no
are
wrong
just
way.
sound that we're saying. These are just things that we're doing. This is just an illusion on some real shit.
Bills
know?
are made up. Time is made up.
Now, it's
just
depending
man-made.
on how you going to go about it. Now, that's your life. You know?
Exactly.
Like,
Right.
if it's a good thing for you, bills sometimes make people happy.
Yeah. I mean,
Bills sometimes make people depressed, you know?
yeah. I'm one of them people.
I'll be in the middle. I'll be like, it depends on my phone bill, light bill,
Yeah.
rent. I'm like, damn, do I want to go homeless yet?
Yeah. it's
about
cheaper that
time.
way.
I mean,
You know
my
what
couch is looking pretty comfy. If you look
Right.
outside a little bit, just lift it up a
Like,
little
I
bit.
could just put it right outside my door now and be fine. You know what I mean?
For sure, man. Like, but no, I would say, like, one thing about that, what I would say, like, just being on your own and just, like, understanding, like, there's two differences. A person that's staying in the home where things are taken care of, there's not that much responsibility. And a person that's averagely having to go get it on their own every single day, you got to worry about the most. Like, the things one thing I can say that no one ever cares about when they're living with their mama, that they take for granted, buying toothpaste.
Oh,
buying
yeah.
deodorant.
Yeah,
Oh, God, bro.
Like,
oh, God.
Buying socks.
That shit when you're by yourself, bro. I'm not trying to say I'm being a stanky nigga, but hey, look it. There's been a time when I have been outside smelling like ass. Like, no cap.
Yes, bro.
But look it here, though. I had a good heart, and I just didn't want to steal no soap.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? I was going through
They
something.
tell you that when you grow up, all you get for your birthday and Christmas is socks and underwear.
Hey,
and I've been
listen.
trying to figure out where the fuck that's at, because I ain't been getting shit.
I didn't get
You know what I'm
nothing.
saying?
Matter of fact, I barely even got some water for my mama when it was hot outside.
Really?
Like,
That's
seriously.
fucked.
Like, you got me some water today.
Yeah.
My mom didn't give me no water.
Well, are you talking about your adopted mom or your bio mom?
In general.
Yeah.
There's somebody right now that's not getting no water, is not getting none of that. We take a lot of things for granted, bro.
Yeah,
On some
we
real
do.
shit, bro.
We do,
I'm
bro.
so thankful, bro. Like, for real, like, even in general, like, I'm just saying that in general, like, because we just talking about the whole entire, like, people taking it for granted and not having so much. Like,
Right.
the next person might have less, and he takes it so, like, to the high key because he just got that, like, and it's just 2 pieces of bread buns, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And the person who has the full platter is like, bro, I don't want all this food on my plate, bro.
Right.
Like, there's a lot of people like that, bro, and it's
And
so
a lot of
crazy,
people that
bro.
would pick up off that plate too.
No, and the thing is, I've been on both sides,
Yeah.
so I understand. Like, I had a Will Smith experience when I was growing up. Like, you know, like actually, like I don't know if you guys watched that movie, like The Fresh Prince. I mean, not like the movie, but it's like
The TV show?
Like the TV show kind of looks
Yeah.
like a movie now.
Mhm.
Yeah, bro. So basically, that was like kind of my life when I moved. Like, as soon as they told me like, hey, you cannot go to this school, I had to go. I couldn't go to Oregon because it was too close to here. And they're like, man, we don't want you. You do too much in school, bro. Like, you really start riots. You do stupid shit.
Right.
What the hell's going on? Like, and the thing is like, the environment that I was growing up in is like, that's just how how people was. It was not me.
Right.
But the thing is, we're so used to hearing the bad kids say, it's not me, it's not me.
Right.
You know?
You're a little
But,
closer to
you
that.
know,
My bad.
so-
I'm gonna point it actually a little bit more.
Yeah, my bad. I step away from it because I'm used to recording and stuff.
Oh, yeah. Just
Um,
kind of bring it with you wherever you go.
Yeah.
So basically, like, I would say, like, what was I saying at the end of that?
Shit, my
They
bad.
wouldn't let you in Oregon. They wouldn't
Yeah,
let
so they didn't let me in Oregon. So when I was trying to go to school in Oregon, like, they wasn't going to let me in Oregon. As soon as I hit Chula Vista High School in San Diego,
Okay.
instantly hit me back and was like, wow, we want to change this kid's life. Like, let's
Yeah.
work
Okay.
with him. Like, you know? And
dope.
that's when I first ever went to, like, a gated community, anything. Like, I, like, literally got off the little flight, walked into, like, school pretty much because I had to go sign up. As soon as I go in, it's campus outside and, like,
Yeah.
there's no
Cali schools
buildings.
are
Like,
built
I
different,
didn't
bro.
understand that, bro. Like, and then, like, the people walking up to me, like, they're kind of interested. Like, they're like, bro, you're kind of hood, but, like, you don't know, like,
Yeah.
how'd you get here, you know?
Yeah.
And, like, I didn't understand that because, like, I'm going to a place where lacrosse is the best sport
Yeah.
in the high school.
I see you.
So
Yeah.
we know where I'm at.
Yeah.
It's like-
You're in like the
like-
fucking back east.
Bro,
you know
like,
what I
and
mean?
I'm like
Like, there's
now
trees
to me,
more around you than buildings.
exactly. So I'm like catching the drift of like, wait, you can have friends over your house. You actually want to be my friend? Like, that's
Right.
crazy. Like, honestly, because coming from Tacoma and stuff like that, like, you only stayed in one group or
Mhm.
you stayed
Facts.
in one section.
Yeah.
And you didn't go to other sides because you just didn't know what was going to happen on that other side of town, honestly.
Right.
Right.
So me going out there, I had that mindset of like, I don't want to mess with nobody.
Right.
I don't care. I don't want to make no friends. Like, I'm
Don't
mad I
talk to
left
me.
my friends. Like, I'm going from hanging out with the gang every day to there's nobody here. And
Right.
gang sounds so retarded to say out here, you know?
Yeah.
Like, really. Like, you're being looked at like you're just a bad child when you just walk down the street. No, you cannot kick it with him because I had Jordans on my feet, bro.
Oh, for real.
That's how it was in Cali.
Jordans and no, in that side of Chula Vista, I would
Okay.
say. And Chula Vista is like about 5 minutes away from Mexico. So
Okay.
like it's either like, and just being honest, like not trying to say it's racist, but it's like crazy because if you're black, bro, like you don't have like a fit in spot.
Right.
Besides in that one community that just already ready to kill each other.
They
and
say it
hate
gets
each other.
worse the more south you go. That's like as south as you can get.
And like Mexico is 5 minutes away, so
Yeah.
cartel stuff was happening, bro. Like, I'm not understanding that, and these kids just getting drugs into school. Like, this is my first time ever hearing about Zans. I didn't
Right.
understand, like,
Yeah.
what? You're
You
taking
went to the
school
hot
bus?
spot for
Yeah,
that shit.
bro.
You know
Like,
what I'm saying?
I'm going from we're smoking out of cans and
Yeah.
smoking barely some weed out of it, bro. You know, we got more
Yeah.
tobacco on it. You know what I mean?
Exactly, bro.
Trying to get a
I
little
feel
buzz.
like everybody starts with a
Yeah,
can,
you know? I'm coming from that to going out there like, hey, bro, you want a school bus?
Yeah.
I'm like,
He
not a
said,
joint.
Yeah. He said, bro,
You
I
don't got
rode
a
one of those
nug.
to get here. What you mean?
Like,
Like,
that was so crazy. So it was like growing up out there, like it was like so like a big difference of change. When like kids are depressed over the most retardedest thing, like, oh dang, I can't get this car that I want, so I'm gonna have to act out
I
in
got a
school.
blue car instead of a red
My
car.
girlfriend just left me. I get that. I'm not gonna be. So I'll be crying. Don't leave me. You, feel me?
Yeah.
Listen, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? But
I'm
look,
on that.
there'd be like some. I'm about to go crash my car now and make my mom buy a new one because I'm mad, and I'm gonna go drink and drive because I want someone to just call me and tell me to go drive back home.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Some weird shit
like,
like that,
the
yeah.
most crazy shit in the world. Like, it just didn't make sense. So like I had to like adapt to that environment, bro.
Yeah.
Like, and so when I adapted to that environment, like I would say like life got a little bit more better, bro. Like I didn't act out in school. I found myself like really like, okay, yep, this is the type of kids I have to be around.
Right.
So when I say like when I come back and forth to Tacoma, it's only genuinely to help my friends that I know that are out here, bro, because I've seen different. I know different, and I want everybody to be on the same page as me. But it's like the first time I came back out here, bro, like there was so much hate, like, Will, I think you changed. Guapo, I think you did this. Guapo, this. And it's like they don't understand like what I had to go through. I was embarrassed to be my own self out there because of the simple fact of just being who we were. It was just not a thing out there. It was like you being the nerd kid because you're gangster.
Yeah,
Like I didn't understand that.
That's hella
bro.
Weird and backwards.
Like you're supposed to be not saying fear me, but I'm like, why are you guys treating me like this? Like, you know what I
treat
mean?
me like
y'all
the
are
nerd,
like, it was crazy. Like, and then like even just in general, like with tattoos and stuff, I was like the youngest person in school, like tattoos and stuff, and I have this Seattle,
armies?
like I have this Seattle thing. So in California, like a lot of people were thinking like, oh, is he false claiming 60s and all that stuff? So I was going through it, bro. Like, you feel me? Like, it's green light every time we see him because we don't know where he's from, but he has our tattoo on. You feel me? And it's like California. I didn't know about hats and jerseys.
It's a lot more out there.
I didn't know about that. You know, I just walked in that motherfucker thinking I was just gonna be coolin', you know. And I had to learn out the hard way. But just being in from the environments that we come from, it helped me out a little bit by knowing the knowledge that I knew,
right?
And not knowing what to say in those predicaments. Because honestly, with those other kids, I was walking around, it was getting me in those situations.
Right.
Yeah. And I'm telling them how to avoid those situations. Like, bro, why are you buying stuff from, why'd you hand them your money first before you gave your, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's just certain small things, but they're so trusting, and it was so crazy. So I was like, it was like, how do I finesse out here without getting in trouble? Because I have no way. I'm living out here by myself with my big sister. She doesn't mess with none of my lifestyle that I was living before. I have to change. I want to change. What is the other option do I have? You know, I'm going to get kicked out and be out here by myself, nothing to do. So it was like, it forced me to really change, to get straight A's and
that
B's.
ultimatum,
and the kids that were around, like, they thought they were so bad, but I was like, man, you guys are good.
Yeah, you guys have it easy right now.
Like, you guys are not bad at all. So me being around them, it kind of forced me into thinking, like, differently. So when I came out here, I would say, like, I got more shy about doing the bad stuff. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Because you didn't want to look like those kids.
Yeah, bro. And the thing is like, a lot of people, like, might take that what I just said is like, bro, like, you turn soft or something? No. I just got smart, bro. Like,
I want you to know.
That. Like,
anyone who tells you that you're soft, bro, keep walking, because they are not a waste of air, bro.
Like, it doesn't make sense.
You, bro,
at the end of the day, the streets are never going to love you the way that you love them. So give them up.
Exactly, bro.
Give it up.
You know what I'm saying? So, okay, so when you started music, was that here? Was that in Cali?
That was when I was 4 years old out here, you know?
Okay.
4?
Yeah, 4 years old.
Shit.
I started off singing in church, bro.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so getting all the little solo choir, little routines, all that was me, you know?
How long you do that for?
I would say I did that until 2009. I would say faithfully.
Okay.
2009. My grandmother passed away.
7.
Yeah, my grandmother passed away. And that's kind of like, that was what took a hold on me. Like, man, like, I need to really do this music. She's taught me everything that I know. Like, literally, I would have to learn a song on Saturday, sing it Sunday. Yeah. No paper in front of me, no nothing. Don't you mess up a word. Joe Jackson's about to come in that room. No kids, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's kind of how it was. So
exactly.
that mind trainment of, like, the whole entire getting into the music, like, of staying consistent and knowing and learning and never writing, like, I took that off from my grandmother. Like, she used to sit there and, like, just make songs, just do it on the piano, just go crazy, you know, by ear, you know. So it's like, it's crazy. So, and that's also what I wanted to say, like, the music, like, I had to find my own sound. Right. Like, I've never really, like, had a sound that's in the city, I would say, like, genuinely, from my own perspective.
Right.
But that's for you guys to judge, you know what I'm saying? Right. So I would say, like, I've always been that person that's always had different music, so I've always had to prove myself in general. Because at first, like, I would say, like, singing was my biggest thing I wanted to do. Like, I wanted to do the singing stuff, like, you know, more Chris Brown, and, you know, like, Prince, and I used to listen to Michael Jackson, you know, all the crazy stuff. So, but I would love to do that type of music, but I had to build a brand. Yeah. So right now, I understand that it's easy to build this brand by how the music's going right now, but I know what direction I'm gonna go in.
Eventually, you're gonna start tying in that vocal shit.
Sure. Okay, for sure.
That's hella dope.
Hey, y'all can expect that. You know what I'm saying?
What age did you start recording music?
I would say around 12. 12 was when I got my
recording?
first studio setup, like,
That's
ever.
filthy.
And it was a pair
were you
of
still
earphones.
singing back then, or were you?
Bro, you know it's crazy. I was just doing music that what my friends, because I was afraid to tell people I sung.
Yeah.
I didn't know, no one knowing I sung, because it was like
He
I
said,
said,
Nobody
should
wants to
sing
be
in
that,
church.
that little singing kid. You know?
like no one even knew it. Like the thing is, like if you knew I sung in church, it's because you grew up with me and my grandma made you come to church with us. You know what I'm saying? So if you knew I sung, it was because I was hella open to you.
Mm-hmm.
But
And
there
you
was
better keep that
moment
shit
at a
on the
time when no one knew. Like even this little small singing, little harmonization, that would never come out back in the day.
Any
It was
friends
straight
be like,
rap.
yo, Guapo sings. They ever do that?
They be giving me on the spot, especially when they're like, when we get into them drunk nights.
Yes, bro.
Like, bro, just hit something, bro. and I'm not gonna lie, my little drunk stuff, like, all right, bet, hold on, just turn on something, you know? I'll turn a little Bruno Mars,
Yes,
a little
sir.
something slight, you know?
Said,
And it'll go crazy.
You know what I'm saying, bro? That's my favorite song to sing
God.
ever, bro.
And that's the funny thing.
Fucking bad.
You know, today I don't feel like doing anything.
Yes,
song,
bro.
I forgot, what is that called for?
I
The
think
lazy song.
Lazy song?
Yeah,
Yeah.
something like that.
I forget. When if we have the wrong
Can
song?
I
I don't wanna.
Yeah, that's
bro.
the funny thing though. Like Bruno Mars and what's his name?
I like Usher, bro. I'm an
Usher was
guy.
Usher was one of them boys. I ain't gonna lie.
You know what
Let
I
it
mean?
burn.
Okay.
Like,
Hold up, I'm in the studio.
Usher was one of them boys.
Yes,
Who
bro.
else?
I loved MJ growing
You know
up.
Pretty Ricky?
I never.
Nah,
heard
bro.
of him.
I
My boy
had
back there
sisters.
knows.
I had sisters born in the '89. You know what I'm saying? So
Yes, sir.
she was throwing on Pretty Ricky. I'm over here getting irritated. Like I'm trying to go to bed. I got
Right.
school in the morning. And Mom told me I only had 5 more minutes. You ruin it. You know what I'm saying?
Going in the whole 5 minutes.
He
Come
said,
on.
"Don't let it burn already."
Like for real, you already
Yeah.
know about that 5 more minutes. When your
Yes,
mom
bro.
Go to bed. 5 more minutes.
Yeah,
think it's
bro.
the longest 5 minutes in the world. Be
Bro,
short as
for
hell.
For real. My mom, I don't even think she ever set a timer, to be honest
Oh,
with
really?
you. I think she would
She was just making up on
come
time.
back and then be like, all right, 5
Let
minutes.
you go in there for
Right.
30 seconds. Get
Yeah,
distracted.
I don't even know. You
My
know?
mama pointed at that clock. She said, "Once that hand reaches that
snap.
motherfucking 12, you better
Oh,
be
yeah,
in
see?
bed."
I was never that person. I was kind of like, I'm waiting for her to go to sleep. Right?
Oh, yeah.
I'm already go to bed. Let her go to sleep.
Yep.
I'm gonna wake up in the middle of the night. I'm a night owl,
Me too.
you know, so
Yeah.
I can't really.
I
go
work
to sleep.
graveyard. I feel that.
So I think I need, like, if I was ever get a job, bro, I'm not gonna lie. When it comes to that type of stuff, like anytime I ever get a job, I always make sure it's like super late, cause I can't do, like, my day is kind of like cool, but like you're not gonna get the best work out of me. I don't feel like, you know. At nighttime, like
I've
pressure.
never had trouble waking up
I
for a
don't
night
know.
job.
Yeah.
Never once.
Warehouse. Warehouse.
No, I work security.
Oh, that's
I work in a warehouse. So.
warehouse jobs.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, them 6 a.m. shifts, man.
Oh yeah, 6 in the morning.
Waking up,
I start
nothing
at
sit on your
7, bro.
toes.
I start at 7. I end at 3:30, but it's a soft 3:30.
Yeah?
That's what they call that shit. Soft
yeah.
as in maybe 3:30.
Oh, shit.
My last.
But I also
warehouse-
get paid like $34 something an hour to do
Oh,
what
see,
I do.
look, you can have me all day.
Yeah.
For real, for real.
But no, when you started to make music, was there any one artist you tried to sound like, tried to mirror?
Speaker knockers, bro.
Yes.
Okay.
bro.
Speaker knockers, bro.
Speaker
Speaker knockers is the like, bro. That's my favorite artist. Like, if
Bro, he
there's
was the
any
head of the
hooks,
game.
if there's hooks, there's verses out there. And y'all ever see this? Like, seriously, hit my line. I'm paying. I don't even care. Like, that's a golden move right there.
Bro,
Oh, yeah,
KBM
He was the
versus,
head
like,
of the fuck. Dude, Speaker Knockers was way ahead
of the
curve.
game. I feel like
Yes,
right
bro.
now he could still drop
Bro,
Right.
he
all
be
these
platinum
the
right
same
now.
songs.
I used to hate on him after he passed, and then later down the road, I'm bumping his shit. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, I was like, I think I was like, what
Fucking
was it?
Rico
When did
Story,
Lonely's
bro.
drop? I think
All three of 'em.
Lonely dropped when I was probably like 12, 13.
Oh, bro, you play lonely when I'm drunk.
I'm
going
up in I'm
stupid.
in the school, got the this is when wire earphones
Yup,
is in. Teacher snatching my wire. I'm like, man, Speaker knockers.
I said, I started out with nothing. I was hungry.
And then Flow Rider. I don't know why.
Bro, yes.
Okay.
Flow Rider,
yes.
like that.
I forgot about
And,
Flow Rider, man.
Bro, he's got that whistle, baby.
No, for real. And Maroon 5, bro.
Bro.
Okay, Maroon 5
Maroon
was
5,
popping back
bro.
in the day too.
I
I'm
like
not gonna
Justin
lie,
Timberlake,
like,
bro, when I
Justin
was a kid, bro.
Timberlake,
JT.
yeah,
you know?
bro.
And Timberland, bro, together.
Timberland.
Together.
That's
They
crazy.
killed it.
There's so many greats though for me
Oh, yeah.
personally, but my biggest influence though, I would really say though, like as in like who I really like look up to as an artist, which is really crazy because it's about to throw you off. As if you don't know who he is, it's called Gigi Allen.
I've never heard of him.
His stage performances, bro. Like the whole demeanor. I feel like that really catches me as a person. Like
you got like a song off him from him off top?
You know, it's crazy, bro. He doesn't make no actual songs. I would say like that are really known. He's like really on some like really grudge metal. Like crazy, like screaming at you, like you damn near feel scared when you're listening to it.
That's dope as hell.
But yeah, bro, like that's my favorite type of music. Like, you know, it's crazy as hell because like growing up, like in where I grew up at, everybody's listening to the younger days like E40, that one song Booty Booty rocking everywhere.
Yes, bro. Did you know that's made by a white guy?
You know, it's crazy. I never knew that. I watched the music video as a kid, you know, like, but I didn't even understand music videos, so I'm just thinking people just dancing, doing their own thing. But that music video used to like stick out to me back in the day, and Thriller when it used to come on BET all the time.
Thriller, bro.
Yeah, that's still like
darkness.
Yeah, I did not like the ending, bro.
No, bro.
I did not like the ending. I'm
they
like,
left
don't
that
look at
shit
me,
on
bro.
a fucking
Like,
cliffhanger. He's
like,
still about to
seriously.
eat the bitch.
Oh, my mama, like, damn. Like, it's crazy, but no, like, I would say, like, and then Boy George.
Okay.
Do you know who Boy George is?
I don't.
Boy George is an alternative indie artist.
Okay, so your inspirations and shit are very different from
Yeah.
the music you're making.
Yeah.
Would you ever think about making like the sort of like dark grunge shit that you were talking about the first
I
time?
have music like that. You know, it's crazy. I'm all around as an artist. So the thing is, it's like, I just have these, like, I had this shy moment. Let me not say I have it now, because I'm going to start just dropping. Yeah. But I had this shy moment where I'm like, I can't drop this because they're going to think like this. I can't do this because they're going to think like that. Nowadays, I know there's so much sauce to this, bro. Yeah. And it's clearly a gift for a reason that I can do this, you know, in some type of way. So why waste it, you know? So personally, me, I feel like this screamo type of music, I really want to drop an album like that. Like, honestly, on some, like, real cool.
And lately, the industry's really been respecting that, like,
different.
The fact that people venture out into these other shit, you know what I'm saying? Like how Uzi's getting super punk rock about it, you know what I'm saying?
Bro, and that's super crazy. And, you know, with one thing about Uzi, like, one thing I can say is, like, I already knew that was coming.
Right.
Like, I genuinely knew that was coming.
Just
like,
based off his style.
Like, yeah, I knew that was coming.
Back when he was doing the little fucking
because, like, you can tell because... Look at Marilyn Manson, like, look at all the rock stars. Look at their body language on stage.
Right.
Just look at it. You know, it's in him.
Fact.
It's not fake. That's like something that if you are faking it, it's real by now.
Right.
It's put in you. You know what I mean? But I would say, like, on some real, like, music started off like that. Yeah. I'm just being honest.
Yeah. The very first music was not rapping and rhyming.
Not at all.
It was fucking bashing on shit, and it was, you know what I mean? Like, they were throat
There's
singing.
no real way to make music, bro. It's literally just sounds and frequencies, bro.
There's
whatever sounds good.
No right way to do this shit.
Oh, snap. Thank you.
Let me ask you something. What is the most important part of being an artist? Is it the tour? I mean, is it the live performances, the making of the music, or is it the promotion of the music?
It's actually none of those, honestly.
Okay,
it's actually me personally just talking to the people who fuck with me, because honestly, when it comes down to music, I really treat this like this is my family.
Right.
Because music's so deep to me for what it is for what it is for me, because of the simple fact of not really feeling like I was wanted by my family. Right. So being wanted by a fan base, being wanted by someone that just even tells me like, "Oh, your song is good." Not even getting that from my own mother, but it can be given through me by someone else that doesn't know me, but it's only happening due to the fact of music. It made me never want to give it up. So music is really what makes me keep going, because of the fact that it brings people in my life, because I'm really lonely as hell. So I know that this is just an illusion to distract somebody to like me.
Right.
Real talk. Hey, you know?
If it works, man.
And it looked. You know what I'm saying?
Hell
So yeah, that's kind of like why I do music, honestly. Just like connect with the people who are really alone. Because
create those relationships.
Usually my songs, like, they're really never it's not a pinpointing on what I'm really saying. I just give messages to myself. I listen to myself every day because I go through depression. And so I have to remember when I'm going through those depression little phases where I'm like, remember you said, don't give up. And I'll just say, don't give up 3 times so I can remember 3 times, because I'm going to say that to myself by myself anyway. Right. So genuinely, when I'm making music, I'm just talking to myself and going through these things, and I'm just telling you what's happening in that week or that moment or how I'm feeling. And if you can add that story up, I know you're going to come and talk to me. And majority of those people come back and talk to me.
A lot of your fan base are feeling like somewhat the same way.
Yeah.
And that's why they connect.
Like I have a lot of people who suffer from the depression, such as like like people who want to commit suicide and stuff like that. Right. And like I had like this one girl, she hit me up and she said, I literally was thinking about jumping off of a bridge, and I listened to your song called Time Collapse. That was a time when I was homeless and I was talking about giving up and struggle. But I had to understand it. I had said this one part: imagine if the pool felt like the ocean. Jump up in the pool and let's get to coasting. I don't know that line was going to help her.
Right.
But I was homeless because at that moment of time, my girl, I was homeless because I was cheating, and she told me to get the fuck out. I didn't have no other option. I was riding 2 roller coasters into 2 different oceans.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? I was cheating, but that was just a hidden message in that. But she took it in a different way. Like, it kept me going, it kept me coasting, da-da-da-da-da.
It's crazy
so it's
how
kinda
music
like,
can do that, bro.
Yeah, and like it gives people these different hidden messages and meanings. So once that kind of like happened, I would say, you know who you are because I talk to you every day. Like, that's why I continue doing this type of music and just giving out pain. Like, just it's a message. Every single time you listen to my song, it's not a story fully. It's just a message for you to understand me, where I'm going through at that moment in time. Every single song is different.
Kind of like a time vault,
like therapy
almost.
For me, bro. Yeah. Like I sit there, I'm like, how am I feeling today? About to say it. You know.
I feel like that.
I think I need to light that up again.
That source of making music from that perspective, it creates the most genuine and music that people really feel attached to. And then giving them this interview, it really just helps with the whole thing. It's going to tie them to even know you even more, to understand that you were a foster kid that, you know, had this kind of identity issue where you were trying to figure out who you were and moving a lot. You know, the reason the music, you know, was so important to you because of the grandmother and how it all just ties in to just being who you are today. Like,
exactly.
It's a dope story to kind of put your brain around, and I'm hella hyped that we were able to do it. And still, I got one question for you, and that is, do you like cereal?
Yeah.
What's your favorite kind?
Cinnamon toast, bro. Cinnamon toast, bro. You can never go wrong, bro.
Cinnamon toast guy myself.
I'm finishing a whole box. How long? How long until your box is gone?
I get the bags. I get the big ass bags.
Oh yeah, you BBO that. I'm getting the box. I'm
Costco.
mad, bro.
I'll be getting the bags.
Oh, the Costco?
Costco bags.
See, I gotta give me a
bro.
Costco card.
They haven't given it to you yet?
No.
Who's that?
Next level of fame.
Look,
Illuminati.
I think it's just someone that's on the hierarchy.
Yeah.
They got the best cereal, bro.
You get Costco cards at a certain level. Don't worry, I'm not there yet either. I still have to pay for mine.
Look,
but
let me know when you get yours.
No, I got you. I'll tell them.
We're gonna have a cereal
when they
fest.
verify us, I'll be like, yo, check out my boy Kbm.
Sure. We need to get sponsored.
Bro.
Oh, we do.
We do have
a sponsor. Make sure y'all tap into the Captain Yeti. Go to the local
Captain
dispensary in Washington State. Ask them if they hold Captain Yeti.
And if they do, buy that shit up, smoke it, send us a video, and let's just have a good time, man. Captain Yeti's dope. We really fuck with them. They just started it's actually a place that Aaron works for.
Oh yeah.
And he told them about us, wore our merch in there. They bought a couple, fucking wanted to work with us, you know. So it's cool. It feels good to just kind of be on that.
That's pretty cool.
That upward spike, and
like even in general, if I got a little dispo little thing, little sponsorship, let me know, bro. Like that would be so cool for me.
And you know what's crazy is, we just went over to Arch Rival Studios, where you know.
Oh, that's a funny thing is I had left there right after you guys had left. I had just left. I was like, what?
Oh, really?
I would have met you guys that day too.
That's crazy. Yeah, no, I went there. I've been there one time. Tony's popped out a couple times, but no, that's crazy. For all the people who don't know, that's the connection we have with Guapo. It's the guy named Kobe who works there.
Well, actually,
shout out the boy.
He suggested it, and then I looked back and realized we were supposed to respond to his message in the first place.
That's why I was like, wait, you know him? I was like, that's crazy. But no, that was really dope how that worked, honestly. It was so cool, but I was like, it's funny how the world is so small here, bro. It's so small here, bro. Like,
we really suck at getting to our fucking
no,
Instagram.
bro. Honestly, I feel like this, bro. Like, honestly, if you know the vision and you know what you guys are getting at, bro, it's supposed to be like that. Right. I'd rather hear that you're busy than not saying, hey, pull up. Like, that tells me that you're not working hard enough.
Right. Like,
you know what I'm saying? You're working hard as shit. So, hey, you're going to be busy. Tell me you're tired. You know what I'm saying?
It's crazy. Like, right now, we are booked probably, like, if we were going to give every person that has a date on our list right now, we're booked out through probably end of October. Right now.
Damn.
And August, September. Like, that's 3 months.
Man.
You know what I mean? 2 a week.
Yeah, like, and the thing is we drop twice a week. So, and it's hard because when you shoot multiple, when do you drop them? You want them to stay relevant. You want the people who are in them to understand, like, hey, this is when it's gonna drop. So, you know, it's a hard thing to do, but you know, it's fun to do. It's really interesting. Like
that's cool,
getting to learn about people.
And how long have you guys been doing, like fully like
almost 2 years?
2 years.
September
like,
it'll be 2 years.
Yeah, bro. Like you guys see the growth.
Yeah, bro.
You guys see the growth.
Oh God, if you go check out episode 1, man, it's crazy because
drastic differences.
Drastic. My brother, he's kind of socially awkward a little bit.
Mm-hmm. He has social anxieties.
Yeah,
I didn't even see that.
Right. and if you go check out episode 1, you can kind of tell more like Tony's a little bit uncomfortable in his skin while we're shooting.
You're like, I don't know if I want to ask that question.
Right.
Like, yeah. I'm talking in front of this mic right now.
Where me, I've been making videos and dancing in front of live performances since I was like 8. So I've always wanted to be in the spotlight.
Person, huh?
And my mom was a drug addict, and my dad wasn't around. I was kind of more raised by my grandparents, so I always was looking kind of like you for that attention, for that wanting for. So like I wasn't good in school, you know what I mean? I feel you when I got kicked out my senior year, like. They were like, we can't do it anymore.
Yeah, like, you know? It's over
like,
by now.
Like. I hated it, but the one thing they always said to me was, "You're a smart kid. You just don't apply yourself." And it's like,
and that used to like really kind of hit me. But later on in life, now when I think about it, I'm like,
I apply myself so hard now. I wish they would see me now,
why did I do that? You know, some of the things, you know. But then there's some of the things that you can't control. You know, like you couldn't control some of those things.
You're a kid. You just want to do something. You're gonna do it. You know.
Exactly. Like, no one was telling me nothing, bro. I'm not going to lie.
God, bro. Like,
there was points in times where I wish I should have listened, though.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't have been in so much shit.
No, bro. I lived on my high school campus. Like, there was a gate that surrounded our school.
What high school did you go to?
Marysville-Pilchuck, up north.
I never heard of that.
That actually, you might have, because it was the latest school shooting in Washington.
Not latest.
In Washington.
I don't know about
Damn.
that.
It is. Have you heard of another one in Washington?
That's the only one I've heard in Washington, but I know there's been a lot. You know?
There hasn't, actually.
Shit, niggas,
we're probably one of the lowest.
I can't shoot up no school,
No,
man.
but the year before I started going there was a school shooting there. The guy, it was a boy who went there. He ended up killing his friends and his cousin. One of our friends has a family member that was in it. Rest in peace, you know.
Damn, R.I.P.
Rest in peace, Gia.
That's fucked up.
And yeah, it just definitely a hard one, but I can't remember why I was saying all that.
Oh, where your house was on the campus.
Oh yeah, my house was literally on campus, so I would just leave, bro. I had a gate to the school. Like when I opened the gate in my backyard, it was the campus.
Oh, that's so, that's how I felt when I went. I lived in East Dago in East California and in San Diego, on the east side of there. And I went to this school called Crawford, and there's this big old little small like steps, but it would lead to a gate, an old gate to the old basketball court that they don't use into the school, but you can go into the school that way. And that's how I used to get to school. So when you're saying that you had your own little gate, you just walk right there. Yep. I had the same pretty much thing. Besides, we just had a little wire on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, my shit. We put they tried to put a lock on my gate because I kept skipping so much. Like the school
I used to do
that.
the same. Just skip the same way I came.
Yeah, the school used to be like, we're gonna put a lock on your gate. I told the security guard, I said, bitch, if you put a lock on my gate, I will take bolt cutters and cut it off.
Oh yeah,
it is
for
our
sure.
property. You cannot put it locked on. Like. It was just so crazy.
See, school is different. I used to get always in trouble with the security guards. They would always try to like manhandle me.
Yeah, bro. And I would definitely.
I never had a dad, so like me personally, I was not going for the authority of the male teachers trying to like tell me what to do.
Right.
Like I would like, okay, if the teacher like, oh, let me see, like a little lady or something, she's yelling at me, I'm like, all right, you did it, okay, I'm gonna do your thing. Yeah. You feel me? I'm gonna kind of respect you more. But when the male teacher tries to come with that authority, it's kind of like, do you want to throw hands? Like,
yeah.
You know. But I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but I can't just let you do me like that because I'd never had a dad to even tell me what to do. You know.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's because being raised by a single mom or not having a father, we're raised that you're the man of the house.
Exactly.
You're the dude in charge. You're the man of this family. So when you get a man in a setting where they have to tell you what to do, you have to be.
You just don't know.
You're like, bitch, bro, I'm the man of the house. You know what I'm saying? Like, how
so you know where I come from?
Yeah. Like, do you know what I do at my home? I fucking put my feet up on the table because I'm the fucking man. You know what I mean?
And like that.
And that's why it kind of was always like that for me too, because my father wasn't around, and my dad was wishier washier than a fucking washing machine. You know what I'm saying? So it's like male But I also found, like, for me, I found male role models throughout my whole life. Like, people that weren't my father that I looked up to that were, in my eyes, doing what I
That's
could do.
kind of how I felt when it came down to the streets, you know?
Okay.
Like, when I started first going outside, I would say, like, I didn't go kick it with somebody because of what they were.
Right.
What they were doing, and none of that stuff like that. I kind of, like, just seen small little things and wanted to be that, you know? Like, in a way, like, why is my big brother not like you?
Right.
Like, my big brother doesn't want to hang out with me, but you do. But, like, you know, and I would just go kick it with the older kids. And I'll see them at the park, and I'll be that little annoying kid that would try to act cool, you know? I would be, like, walk up to you, like, your clothes are ugly, and, you know, so you can just talk shit to me. So then you would want to talk to me, like, why are you out here, little boy? Like, oh, because I can't go home right now. you know,
you
shit like that.
Talk,
you know, and then they would be like, why? And then later on, little 16-year-olds later on, they'll be like learning, like, wait, why is this little kid staying outside? It's 12 o'clock at night. Like, it's this, that. It's this, is that. And I'm like, I don't want to go home. Like, there was a reason why, but I didn't understand that at that moment of time because I'm just thinking that this is just my normal life. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I'm mad at my mom, so I don't want to go home. But why am I mad at my mom? You know what I'm saying? And then the only thing I can run to is music. But then there was coming with struggles with that because I had to learn. I learned how to read and all that stuff and write because of music. I didn't know how to do none of that stuff. And my mom wasn't really like a big like supporter on like trying to help me with homework or anything like that. So like me growing up, like if I came back with school homework, if I felt like doing it, I would try to ask my mom to help me, you know, because I didn't understand how even how to read the little directions on the top. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, can you do that? You don't know that, you little dumbass. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm getting called a dumbass by my mama. So I didn't want to seem like a dumbass in front of nobody else, you know? So
my mama, when I was in trouble, or not in trouble, but when I would come home, I remember it was probably about 3rd grade. I came home and I needed help with some homework. And that's when she stopped being able to help me with homework, you know what I'm saying? Because she just didn't fucking know. Or just didn't, you know, understand what was going on.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I did a lot of... And, like, for me, like, doing homework was always more the fact, like, I didn't like to do homework because I didn't like to look wrong. Yeah. And that was always, like, even if I felt like I understood...
from that.
And even if I understood it and I felt like this was the right answer... The fear of it maybe being wrong would keep me from doing it. Yeah. And I guess I used it as an excuse towards the later end.
I didn't do homework because what the fuck I look like doing schoolwork at home. You know what I'm saying? Got me fucked
I did not
up.
understand that. I used to say that same thing, like, it's homework, but, like, I just want to go home and just...
chill.
Like, you don't even know what I'm about to go through when I go home. You want me to go do this. Like, like
I ain't even got a pencil sharpener at home. What you fucking mean?
I barely got pencils, bro. And you're like, we'll just take one from school. And I'm like, man, I tried that. I lost it on the way home.
Yeah. I was tapping on the buzz. They took that shit.
Oh, God.
That's fucking crazy.
Bus drivers used to love me, but at the same time, I used to have some lit ass bus drivers.
Me too. I was the type of kid where I would sit in the very front seat because I liked the bus driver so much.
And if I didn't, I'm all the way in the back with the homies, you know? Yeah. We're about to go chill. But no, 9th grade got bad. 9th grade in the back of the bus, smoking up these little things in the back of there.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, bro. Mount Tahoma.
Y'all are fucking crazy, bro. Yo, wild, bro. We were in the back, like, staring at people driving behind
bro,
us.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like, man, there was some crazy shit going on in the back of the bus, bro. Like, in the back of the bus, bro, in Tacoma? Like, bro, I was what? The back of the bus? Just no, don't, like... Everybody just keep looking this way.
Is this a school bus or a city bus?
This is a school bus. City bus go crazy too, though.
Oh, yeah, bro. I'm not hopping on a city bus out here.
The only city bus that I would say in Tacoma do not ride is the number 1.
Okay.
The number 1 is going to take you downtown and all the way around everywhere. It's going to hit every transit center. Oh. So it's going to hit every city damn near.
Yeah. Fuck that, bro.
Like in Tacoma wise. So you're picking up almost every crack, and they let people on for free on the number 1.
Oh, it's like the Swift.
Yeah. Okay. So pretty much you never know who's going to be on number 1. Number 1 back in the day used to be one of the dangerous buses. Like, you get stabbed on number 1. Like, number 1 used to be like, don't get on there, bro. Yes, bro. Crackheads, bro, like peeing on the bus just for no reason. They come on the bus because the bus driver pissed them off.
All right.
Oh, you're going to have to leave because you're sleeping, sir. Oh, get mad peeing on it. Like, it's crazy. Like, certain things as a kid I used to see, I'm like, damn, like, whoa. Like, but I used to think it was normal. Like, hey, like, he just really slapped the shit out of that bus driver and he just threw piss on him. And the bus driver just called the cops. We're just gonna have to wait here for 30 minutes real quick so he can get his little information, and we're gonna get going and into the grocery store, and then we're gonna lug all these damn groceries on the bus.
Yeah.
And do the same shit
You ever
again.
see the people with the carts, bro? They got them little fucking carts.
Bro, you know what's crazy?
Backing the fuck up out of them
Back in the
carts
day,
and put them on
carts
the
used to be
bus.
so expensive.
Oh, I believe it, bro.
Super expensive. Like, that was like
those
some
jugger
new
carts?
technology type shit, bro. Like, this was back in the day when people used to drink Slim Fast, bro.
He said, "How do I get in shape?"
Oh,
Drink some
God.
fucking Slim Fast and Pepto.
Like, bro,
You'll be
I see
good.
carts back in the day like that. Like, damn. And then they used to have them little rolling. That's when the original rolling carts used to come, and then wheels start getting stuck on everybody. That's crazy. So when you said carts, man, I remember we didn't have carts, bro. We had arms full of bags on the bus. Number one,
Bro,
chilling.
I used to help my male role model, Mr. T. I used to help him go grocery shopping, and he had a military bag, like one of them big old fucking sacks.
Did it
that
have the
looked-
water in it? The water thing?
No,
Oh.
but it would look like an empty punching bag. Like, imagine a punching bag.
Oh,
that
that
hangs
big
up,
long
the
one.
long one.
Okay.
He used to fill that bitch up with groceries, and then I'd have two in this hand, two in this hand, and we would walk from the grocery store back to the apartment. It was probably a quarter mile, but when you're 10 and you're lugging groceries, bro.
I would have been that kid that's crying like, I can't do this anymore.
Oh, God.
Like, seriously.
You got that light?
Yeah, I do. And also, yeah, bro. Also, I didn't play football. I didn't like that.
You didn't like
I
football?
didn't like that, like getting all lifting weights, and I'm no, man. Let me play basketball.
I like smoking weed more.
Let me play basketball, kickboxing. Let me play a little bit of soccer with the homies of a little bit of basics that I know. You feel me? And then we gonna call it a day. But
I only ever played football, but I only played 2 years, and then once I got into high school, I was like, fuck that, I'm trying to kick it with the homies.
yeah, nah, see me, bro. Look, you know me, bro. If you look at me right now, we all know I'm 5'6". What do I look like doing out there with them big old boys?
I'm surprised you didn't play lacrosse with all your white friends.
Hey, look, I'm not gonna lie. I tried for one day. I tried for one day. I could not get it, bro. Like that ball
hard,
is
bro.
so small, bro.
Fucking-
Like and like I didn't
And then
understand
you're
how
not
to
catching it with
throw.
your hand. You gotta catch it with a fucking stick.
And then I didn't understand the fact of like kind of like tackling. So when the
Yeah, you
dude,
can hit people.
I didn't know that. So dude hit me.
And you got upset?
I got mad.
Threw the
Yeah.
gloves off
And
real
it
quick.
kind of sucked, bro, because I lived in that like we lived over there in that area, but I didn't understand coming from this area, bro. Like literally, like,
They look
and
at
it was
you
just
weird
like,
if you start fights and shit.
yeah, or if I get mad, like people would purposely piss me off, like sometimes, like especially during basketball games. Like I'm the only black person on the damn fucking team. It's crazy, but there's a bunch of Asians and whites.
Like one of the only black people in your school in
Yeah,
Cali?
well, kinda, but like I would say, like the black people in a way, like there's no real way to live, but like kind of like damn near like privileged,
Right.
you know. So like they don't really care what I'm going through at all.
Yeah, they just don't understand.
They don't. They just think I'm pulling all this stuff on my own self.
Right.
And if I'm kicking it with them and like one of their friends do something to me, I should just calm down. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
no.
I was going through one of that. Like I gotta stay calm through everything, because even if I yell at bro, his parents actually come to people's houses and want to sit down and
Right, have a
I didn't
meeting and
understand
shit,
that.
eat bread.
And I'm like, bro,
man,
like
keep
you
going.
just snitched on me.
Right.
But I had to get out of that mindset, you know?
yeah.
So being there, it kind of like really kind of like it was like playing with my mind, but it honestly it told me who I wanted to be, bro. Like
Hold you a little bit.
yeah,
Little
no,
bit of
and honestly it
character
was already. I
building.
feel like that was already me. Like
Yeah.
I just needed someone to pull that out. Like me being in that environment, it was not nothing that I didn't want to do. Like it was just like I never got to do this before. This is just so weird that y'all are able to just live this type of life that I've always wanted to.
Right.
And I got to sit here and just kind of like adapt to it in a way
Right.
like I've never had it before. Because the average person that kind of acts like you in a way that I can consider in my own hometown would probably be from University Place or Puyallup,
Yep.
you know?
My aunt lived
And
over in UP.
I never been in those areas in general
Yeah.
to even talk to them kids. So moving from Tacoma to Puyallup would be different for me.
I see.
So that to really weigh Puyallup 10 times, Gig Harbor, you know, being in that environment, and you just coming from Section 8, bro, and they're not understanding that the reason why that you're wearing the clothes that you're wearing is because this is what you got, you know.
Right.
And you can't afford the Balenciaga that he's going on. And he got this Benz coming to school, and you're really getting dropped off in his Honda.
Bro,
You know what I'm
got,
saying?
Like, a smaller heart than a rich kid, man, because they are relentless. They're like,
It is so crazy because I would just sit there and I would be so embarrassed, you know, because I would see these kids, or I would see these girls that I would have talked to, and I'm like, damn, I can't get that. Mm-hmm. Versus the other bad little bitch in my old school, I'm like, all she wants is dick, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, and like that's all. But over there, it's kind of like, what date can you really take me on? And I never understood that because I never, what date? Well, I'm from Tacoma, baby. You wouldn't go on a date. Pay for you?
Yeah. He said, I was just hoping to get a blow.
You might have went on a date with the homie week before this. Like, so, but the thing is, out there, everybody's so loyal. Everybody wants this. I'm going to have kids with this dude. I didn't understand that. And these kids are really getting married after school.
That's insane.
Like, I was like, what? Kids come, like, you're getting married?
Could not be
going straight to the military? What? Oh, never. You know, but it was like, so it was cool though, because like,
I'd never do the military, but I am with my high school girlfriend.
Oh, for sure. That's lit. No, that's what, who doesn't want to do that though?
Yeah. Right. I've been with her for 5 years.
What the hell?
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? Do that shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like this. Like, if you could really, like, genuinely build that, why the fuck stop? There's a reason. Like, out of 100 damn kids, 800 kids, y'all got to do this.
Right. I tell her all
what
the time.
The fuck?
I say, it's me or nobody, baby. I will kill you. I said the only way you get out of this is cheating. And if you do that, I'm killing you.
Look it. We're in. We don't condone this. We're in Washington State.
Yeah, this is allegedly.
This. I might have done it too.
Hey, but listen. Bro. But we are getting towards the end of the show. But before we get out, I wanted to ask you about your YouTube channel and what because I seen you do have a vlog up there. You got a couple videos up there. Is that where you're posting all future music videos? Is that where everything's gonna be?
Future music videos, but I'm working on trying to build other people's with people. You know, I have a boy named Queso Films. We're about to be teaming up, and we're about to be dropping a lot of content, vlogs, studio recordings of just different little things of like how to sound like this artist and just different types of mixing and mashing. I don't know if you guys are tapped in with like Garner.com. He sells like presets for people and stuff like that. So kind of like getting people familiar with my sound and getting them familiar with the shadow vine type of thing. And so like really just that's what I'm kind of really doing is trying to build like a website and using the Grandpa Guap page and the KBM page as one of those things. Is like the Grandpa Guap page, it will probably be having like gaming channels and things like that, more of like a twitchy feel.
There you go.
And then KBM is going to be more the professional artist feel.
That's
so
really dope.
You know, we can be unsensitive on the Grandpa Guap part, and then we can be getting monetized on the other side.
That's dope as hell. So you're a gamer?
Yeah.
What you be playing?
Red Dead and Apex, bro.
Red Dead? Red Dead 2?
Yeah, Red Dead 2 right now, bro. Like, I be doing, like, little skits and, like, shit like that.
So you do the RP?
Yeah.
The roleplay servers?
Yeah, I be playing with it. I just got into it. I would say, like about a month.
Okay.
But, like, it's kind of cool, like, how things are kind of taking off about it. Because it's, like, I'll get onto it, and I'll be getting, like, hella views, but I don't know how to really, like, get it going. Like, if I would say, like, I'm getting the views, but I'm not understanding like how to post it after to get those views to continue. You know what I'm saying? Getting the people to watch me as it's going on, it's easy. But after the fact, I don't know how to really get that YouTube like, you know what I'm saying? That core, like, you know, that then get on them ads. I'm thinking like YouTube ads. I'm thinking like that.
YouTube ads super hard.
So they have 2 requirements you have to hit before they'll let you monetize videos.
I think it's like 1,000
followers or subscribers and 4,000 hours watched. So for some people, if they're only posting like 4-minute music videos, it's gonna take a lot longer than for someone like us where we're posting hour-long videos. Now the more people watch every episode through its entirety, that's the more fucking hours watched we get, so it kind of is hard. We're looking at different avenues, checking out Patreon soon. We're gonna be on Patreon. We also are on Spotify and Apple Music. They pay a lot sooner, but yeah, it's just the hardest shit, but the most important shit is promotion and trying to get it out there.
Yeah, bro.
Promoting is super hard, but if you can pay to get on somebody's story.
I'm not going to lie. I pay to get promoted sometimes, honestly. A lot of artists, like, don't want to do that, but I say, like, why not? If this dude could actually
I'll tell you what, more people than not have paid for either followers, they're paying for views, but it's such an industry trick. Like, you don't think about it, but a lot of people... I don't know for sure anybody, like, I'm not naming names, but I know this for sure that it does happen more than, like, you would think it does, is where someone will sign you, you'll get a bunch of followers out of nowhere.
Out of the blue, bro.
Yeah, and your videos start doing a lot more, but you're getting comments that are all the same. You're getting, you know, a bunch of followers that have
Let's
like
talk about those Indian comments, bro.
right? And it's just the industry, because people like to get behind shit they think is already established.
But that's different than paying for promotion, because paying for promotion is letting people see it, and the people will then decide whether or not to fuck with you.
Exactly.
Right.
Paying for promotion is different. I highly suggest Instagram promotions.
But the thing is, some of these people, such as some artists, like I've even been janked on, you know, like you will hit them up for these promotional things, and they will put them on certain bot pages. You know what I'm saying? Because they're just really trying to pocket, throw a little $5 on your thing, and tell you got it going on. You know what I'm saying? And then they send you these fake followers, and you think that people are fucking with you. I've been blocked by a couple of these blue check dudes out here. You know what I'm saying? Really? I feel like we should definitely have a part 2.
Yes,
you know,
bro.
for sure.
We'd love to.
Part 2 is definitely a necessity.
What better everything. We're gonna have screenshots and shit. That should be pretty cool.
God, motherfuckers. But yo, I got a couple of exit questions, because we are getting towards that ending spot.
Let's do it.
I got 3 questions for you. The first one is, what is some advice you would give to your 16-year-old self right now?
Man, honestly, stay in the house. Being in the house probably would have been the biggest thing for me at that moment of time. I probably would have did way more bigger things than this music stuff, honestly. I had a lot more going on. I didn't understand.
Yeah.
I was just being stupid. So I would say stay in the house and honestly take care of your gift that you have. For real.
What is one movie that you watched this year, 2022, that you just haven't been able to like get past? You just love this so much.
I love this movie. I watch every year consistently. It's Shadas. Yeah, it's a Jamaican like mafia movie, bro.
I've seen that on Netflix recently.
Yeah, that's my favorite movie, bro. Like it just kind of like reminds me of like where my peoples come from. Like my peoples are Jamaican, and they come from Jamaica and stuff like that. So just knowing just a little part of me kind of knows like, okay, did you guys come from Jamaica to America like that? Like that's you know, so I just be thinking in my head sometimes. I'm like, man, y'all kind of. I be noticing little things about them, like, man, y'all kind of remind me of Shadas. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of funny. Yeah. So I would say Shadas is one of those big movies for me personally right now.
Oh, yeah, that's dope as fuck. And then we do a code word, and if the person in the watching comments the code word, we send them $5. So you get to pick the code word, and after you do the code word, we're just going to end the show. It's going to cut to black. So whatever code word you pick, this is going to be the last thing that is on this episode. Whatever you want to say.
Awakened spirits.